everybody. This is Kim Jacobs, and listen, we are here at the Kim Jacobs Show. We are live on Freestyle Friday. If you are not a part of this studio audience, go ahead and jump on this platform right now. You can go to Facebook Live, you can go to YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. We are live. And the reason I'm looking sideways is because I'm also telling the Instagram audience as well to let everybody know that this is Freestyle Friday on the Kim Jacobs Show. Come on board, grab your seats, make sure you immediately start commenting because this is Freestyle Friday. So we're only talking about whatever you guys want to talk about. If we don't have anything to talk about, then we don't have a show for today. So pop in your seats and start immediately going to the mic and typing in some topics that you want to discuss, okay? Make sure you share this video with your friends, your family, your coworkers. Let everybody know that the Kim Jacobs Show Freestyle Friday is on the air right now. On Instagram, make sure you pop over because you can either go to YouTube on the Kim Jacobs Show or you can definitely go to Facebook Live or any of these other platforms. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to disconnect, guys. All right. Okay. So I'm trying to make sure I share on various platforms, but we're going to have a great time today. Welcome to Freestyle Friday. I'm kind of excited. And I have some theme music happening soon. So some of that's in the work. It's a lot of good stuff happening. Everything is copywritten. So I don't want to just go popping songs on, but throughout any given day, if it's a song that just registers in your spirit, share it with me on Facebook, and I'll make sure that I officially share it with other people, and we can just tag each other on some different songs that really do your soul good, okay? So Freestyle Friday, let's see who. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in to today. What do we want to talk about, guys? I mean, there's so much happening. It's you can't imagine how much is happening in society right now. It's unbelievable. And just I was watching CNN last night, and let me go and see what some of the things were about that. I was like, this is crazy. COVID-19 is definitely not phasing out. It's a mess. It's a lot happening in society today, and the numbers are rising. It's like I was looking on. Let me go back to where I'm gonna pull this up because I was looking yesterday. It was close to almost 100. It was like I think 145,000. 55,000 deaths or something. It was outrageous. I said, this is crazy. And we can't take this for granted that the amount of people that are passing away from this virus that's floating in the atmosphere. And I don't take it for granted. I pray every day for anybody that's impacted with COVID-19, any family that's impacted, that's had a loved one that passed away. I'm praying for you. Our church prays for you every day, Monday through Friday. Quest Church prayer line. Literally, Pastor Jacobs gets on and he does a prayer for all of the people that are impacted in any way, shape, or form, whether you're a frontline worker and you're just needing protection and prayer and covering. There's a church praying for you. There are a lot of churches praying for you, I'm sure, but I just want to make sure that I invite you to the Quest Church prayer line, which is Monday through Friday at 12 o'clock p.m. from 12 to 12:30. You are being covered in prayer. A lot of spiritual leaders are covering and praying for you all that are on the front line, whether you're in the grocery stores, the gas stations, the hospitals, visiting people door to door, because some people are doing census data. Some people are on these essential jobs, and you can't just stay home. So know that there are people that are praying for you around the world, around the country, to be able to just lift you and your families up. And for all of those that may have had loved ones pass away. And I always try to say not just lost a loved one, because I believe in heaven. I believe that that's a real place. So hopefully you'll be able to reunite with your loved one again, if that's your belief as well. But let me also share this prayer line with you guys so that after today's broadcast, you can feel free to go and pop over there and hear the prayer. Is 978-990-5000. Access code is 322-083#. Again, 978-990-5000. Access code is 322-083#. Okay. Let's see what some of the topics are. Oh, okay. Okay. So Okay, somebody wants to talk about Kanye West. Let's talk about Kanye West. Now, many of you know that there was a big situation where he was ranting kind of and raving about his marriage, and some comments came out through his wife. And I want to make sure, I think I took some notes on that, if I'm not mistaken. So, see, I don't know what you guys are going to talk about. So I'm just, yeah. Yeah, I took some notes about that. Kim Kardashian broke her silence. Kardashian West, she broke her silence, and she said that basically what she was saying is that it's bipolar disorder, is her words that she actually shared on social media. She has millions, over 1 million followers. So this is what she was sharing. And she said that she's just asking for support and compassion during this time. And let's talk about it, guys. I mean, a lot of times people that are celebrities, their lives are splatted right front and center. But we know that if it was our lives that was splattered across the social media platforms, we would not want everybody to know every detail of what's going on with us. So I wonder, what are some of your thoughts on this? I'm going to go to some of the audience comments and see what you guys are saying about this as well. Chime in. What are your thoughts regarding Kanye and Kim Kardashian West? I know that when I was reading, she's in Los Angeles and he is in the Wyoming area. That's what I was reading and finding out about that. And Kanye, these are quotes. I'm not saying this myself. This is something that his wife shared on social media. Kanye doesn't think that he needs help, but on July 22nd, Kim asked her millions of followers to be sensitive to her husband's situation. Be sensitive to her husband's situation and have compassion and empathy needed at this time as they go through what they're experiencing as a family. And a lot of people have taken to social media regarding their feedback on what they think about Kim and Kanye. And so I would be kind of interested in knowing. Somebody said, "Hey, you look fabulous, Kim." Hey, side note, hey, today is Freestyle Friday. Okay, so I mean, not to get way completely off track here. Let's see. And I'm trying to make sure. And Morgan, make sure you put any comments or any place that I can go as well, if you know of any place that's something secure to go to regarding this. But my thoughts on this, Joe, I think that's who said this. Let me make sure that I pull your comment back up. Right now, we're talking about Kanye West, and we're talking about his family and the fact that his wife and her family, the Kardashian family, have asked that people be sensitive to their situation and allow their family to go through this time with compassion and empathy. And I'm a big believer that everyone needs compassion and empathy, because when the highlight is, or the beam is turned on and the spotlight is turned on us, we desire to have compassion and empathy as well. So I would encourage anyone, and this is just Kim Jacobs' opinion, by all means, that's why we're having Freestyle Friday, share your opinions as well. But I think celebrities, when your life is already out there for the whole world to see and assess and give their feedback and their opinions, then that's what people are going to do. And so some people are going to be for the situation. Some people are going to be like, if you don't want us to talk about it, then don't be a public figure. So it just depends upon what your views are on it. But Joe, that's my take on it as Kim Jacobs personally. I'm not even just representing the show. But yes, somebody said mental health is important. Well, actually, Morgan, thank you for typing that. Mental health is extremely important. And in talking about Kanye, this is, in my opinion, too, more like a mental health situation. We all have even family members and friends that we know personally that have experienced bipolar disorder. Let me look up, and I just want to give a clinical definition instead of me just talking. What is the actual definition? Let's look up what bipolar disorder officially is, so that we're not just talking off the top of our head here. Wow, it's very common. There are more than 3 million cases in the United States per year. Wow. According to these statistics, the treatments can help, but the condition is not a curable condition. But again, my belief is everything is curable. So I'm probably one in a whole different breed here. Let's see. Manic episodes may include symptoms such as high energy, reduced energy, need for sleep, loss of touch with reality. Depressive episodes may include symptoms such as low energy, low motivation, a loss of interest in daily activities. Mood episodes that last for days to months at a time and may also be associated with some suicidal thoughts. And this is just information that I am getting right off of the internet with some of the sources are Mayo Clinic and lots of other sources on here as well. So there are different treatment methods as well. As treatment is usually lifelong and often involves a combination of medications and psychotherapy. And let me go to specifically about Kanye. But mental health is, there are a lot of different things. You can go to TMZ. They have lots of video footage on it as well. CNN has some stories on it as well. But mainly she addresses it on CNN specifically. Kim Kardashian says that she shared her message about her husband and his mental health in her Instagram. So if you want to go to her Instagram post, you'll be able to find out more specifically about what she says. But here's a quote from her. As many of you know, Kanye has bipolar disorder. And this is a quote from Kim. Anyone who has this or has a loved one in their life who does knows how incredibly complicated and painful it is to understand. She said, I've never spoken about this publicly, about how this has affected us at home, because I am very protective of our children. Let me stop right there for a second. I am a mother of 5 children. I will go to any extreme to try to protect my children. And so when I hear someone that's a celebrity like Kim Kardashian say that she's trying to protect her children, regardless of what her husband has going on, she does not want certain things to come out in a way that could be harmful to her children. I can relate to that. So I'm not a celebrity figure, but I can relate and understand how important it is to shield and protect your children from harm's way. And so that's what she's saying here. So that's why she's never spoken publicly, but now it's kind of like she's forced to. But she said Kanye's right to his privacy when it comes to his health. But today she said, I feel I should comment on it because of the stigma and the misconceptions about mental health. So she went on, it's a whole litany of things that she talks about. You can follow her on her social media page and learn more. She said that she understands that he's a subject of criticism because he's a public figure, but please be mindful that he's brilliant and complicated person, but make sure that we just show empathy during his time of need right now. So make sure we keep that in mind. And as Shannon said, mental illness is real. It's a real issue. So hats off to her, Kim Kardashian, for talking about something that people usually don't like to address. So she's addressing it, but she's being mindful of her children and her entire family unit. Joe Duncan, who asked the question, says it's unfair, but because Kanye is a public person and he's acted out, again, linking it to the bipolar, remember that that's what it's linked to, according to what his wife is sharing. I'm not a medical expert, so I'm only sharing what his wife is saying. I feel it's okay to discuss this situation in the public arena. My hope is that the public discussion will help him and someone else and serve as a mirror for them. Okay? Yeah. Actress Jennifer Lewis has been very public about her battle with bipolar disease, and she is thriving as well. One conundrum is that Kanye is an adult and cannot be forced to seek treatment unless he is proven to be an imminent threat to himself or to others. That's very accurate information, Joe, that I read when I was doing the research on this whole situation with Kanye and Kim. Is exactly what you're saying. She can't. One of the things was saying that he was possibly avoiding being able to connect with everyone, according to some research that I did, because he didn't want anybody to try to have him in any kind of committed situation. But again, I'm not a medical expert. I'm only sharing information that I've seen on social media. And Jackie says Kanye can't keep revisiting his past pain. Yes, he needs medical mental help from a physician. Afterwards, he needs a mentor, a man of faith. I really agree with that, Jackie King Spencer, a man of faith that can help just mentor him and be a friend, of a person of accountability. But I think also men of faith need, let's be clear too, I think that men of faith also need accountability partners as well in their spiritual walks, and as females in our spiritual walks, even if we're leaders in Christendom, if that makes sense. So I think everyone needs some level of accountability and partnership and mentorship. Okay, so I think we tackled that issue. Let's go to something a little more lighthearted, because we cannot be on all of down topics. So we're gonna pop in and talk a little bit. Let me see what Morgan typed in first. Okay, so here's a link. Let me give you this before we go to my next guest who popped in, which I'm quite excited about. Let's see. Here's the link if you want to learn more from CNN about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. Kim Kardashian West and Kanye West. You can go there and read it yourself and also follow us. Let me bring in, yesterday, there was a gentleman that came on the Kim Jacobs show, and he is hilarious, okay? He's hilarious, but it's his passion to be able to raise funds for cystic fibrosis. This man literally is, like, in my opinion, he's such a jewel, because he doesn't have cystic fibrosis. He doesn't have family members that have cystic fibrosis, which is this lung disease that's very sticky and causes mucus to stick to the lining of your lungs. About 30,000 people in the United States have been diagnosed with this rare lung disease. And actually 3 of the people in the United States that have been diagnosed are in my house. I have 3 children that have cystic fibrosis. And it is so crazy. I had never even heard of the disease. And now my children live with this, and shaky vest, and life medications and things that they have to do every day, multiple times a day, to be able to keep their lungs clear. So Chris Diorio is here with us. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Kim. How are you?
Fine. Now, I know you were on yesterday and you popped back in today. Thank you.
Yeah, and I heard you say a gentleman was coming on, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm after that person. And then you introduced me, so I was a little taken aback, but thank you for having me back. I appreciate it. Yesterday was a lot of fun, so I just wanted to come back again on Freestyle Friday because we have a connection there. So I wanted to come back, say hi, see how you were doing.
I'm doing good. If you want to share any kind of laughter or comments about anything, whatever you want to do, this is Freestyle Friday. We just go with the flow.
Mainly because if you saw the show yesterday, you realize I haven't changed outfits since yesterday. So I was kind of just walking by my laptop, realized I was still wearing the same stuff from yesterday. I was like, I might as well hop back on and on my broadcast outfit. Well, I'm going to wear it. So that's been a huge theme for me throughout the COVID thing. Is I feel like a Simpsons character. You kind of feel like you wear the same outfit every episode. And you never change. So I guess this is me now. This is just who I am. I changed all my avatars, so I look like this guy. And have you been? You look lovely today. You changed since yesterday. Right.
Yeah, I do change my clothes. I do change my clothes every day, Chris. So yeah, I do wash and change my clothes and everything. And but believe it or not, the funny part, for what it's worth, I just have on some basic flip flops, and the lower half. I do have on jeans today, actually. So I have on jeans with these little pearls on them, which is kind of cute. But other than that, I just pretty much have on flip flops and relax.
I see. If you'd caught me Wednesday, that's my jeans with pearls day is Wednesday. So
jeans and pearls, okay.
Had I been on Wednesday, I would have popped on with my jeans and pearls. But today it's just jacket, nice jacket, shirt, and then gym shorts. Just gym shorts.
Tell everybody you have an event coming up at the studio in Charlotte, North Carolina on August 13th at 8:00 p.m.
August 13th, my birthday. I'll be turning older than I was this year. So Birthdays tend to do that. Yeah, it's at the studio. It's in South End, Charlotte. It's going to be an outdoor stand-up comedy show.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it's going to be outdoors. So we'll be outdoors, practicing all responsible social distancing, tables of 8 that are 6 feet apart, mandatory masks when you're not sitting at your table and getting drinks or anything like that. I have some wonderful, wonderful comedians joining me. My friend Donnie, he met yesterday, is the producer of that show. And I'll be headlining the show. And we'll be raising money for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. 50%, 50% of all the ticket proceeds. They're $20 tickets, and 50% of every ticket sale is going to go directly towards fundraising for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, I personally want to thank you for raising funds to help families with cystic fibrosis. Obviously, you already know I have 3 children with cystic fibrosis. So I feel like you're my family at this point, even though I didn't know you at all prior to you, being a guest or anything, except for when I did a speaking engagement. So I was quite excited and honored to get the opportunity to know that there are angels out there like yourself that care enough about a life-altering disease. So
my mom's the angel. I'm just the product of her upbringing. She's the real angel in this story. She's the real MVP.
She really is. I met her yesterday on the show, technically.
Yeah. And I was thinking about, I was in the grocery store yesterday, and I randomly thought about your son's story, being able to play collegiate football at a high level with CF. Like as you kind of mentioned earlier, CF's a disease mainly affects the lungs. It's a mucus buildup in the lungs. So anybody who's played sports or even tried to knows how important breathing is to recovery and any athletic endeavor. And right before the show today, I took a hike, only because somebody told me to. They said take a hike.
Okay.
So I took it literally, and I did. And I was running. I'm like, man, it's hot out, it's humid, and then it dawned on me. Now imagine like having CF and trying to play sports with this. So I just wanted to come back again and thank you again for having me yesterday and check in with you. You said it was Freestyle Friday, which was like a moth to a flame for me, anything like that. So.
Well, I am so glad that you stopped by, and thank you for gracing us with your presence. And people will be coming out. Morgan, make sure we put that information in here so people know exactly where to go and get their tickets. I think yesterday, okay. Is this a different cup?
Oh, same cup.
But I didn't see that yesterday. You have your hand up. What is it? Telling people to be quiet.
Oh no, you know what it was is it's actually a funny story. So this is the photo from LOL for CFF, the first time I ever did stand-up comedy.
Right.
Tony Olchar, it's a guy you should you'll meet him, I'm sure, at some point. Tony, wonderful person. He's a photographer, and he volunteers at pretty much all the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation events, all the galas we do, all this stuff. So he was at the LOL for CFF event, and you're photographing it last year when we did it, and he said do a funny pose. So I said. And I kind of lifted my arm up all, sensually like this, and
right.
And he took it, and then like that's been my headshot for the last year. Is mostly when I do events is that, and then when I was supposed to go to New York City, back in March for the residency at Broadway Comedy Club, somebody gave this to me as a gift. My friend Jen, shout out to her.
Oh, nice.
Another huge supporter of the foundation, gave me a gift, this mug. So.
Very, very nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so August 13th we'll be like raising money for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. I think the capacity outdoors with the way we have seating is about 112 people tops. Okay. So I'm hoping for a sellout. I expect a sellout because it's me headlining. Yeah, sure. I mean, I'm the headliner, so okay. Well, yes, you're definitely expecting a sellout, but I'm sure it's going to be a sellout too. And this is the information, everybody. Is going to be stand up at the studio on August 13th at the studio in Charlotte, North Carolina, 2333 South Boulevard from 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. and 50% of the proceeds will go to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. So make sure you know that and support. The event link and everything is right here. Oh, just a quick question, if you don't mind, about a sensitive topic. It's not offensive.
Just a quick question, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, you can ask any question. I don't know if this question is for Chris or if it's or Chris. You're like, Lord, let me get off here before they start.
Oh no. I've actually never been offended my whole life. I don't know. I didn't know how.
Okay, so yeah, feel free
If it's
to ask any quick question, Diaz, if you would like to ask whatever questions you like. And hi to you as well. Okay, Joe, he's funny. Joe said that you're funny.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that.
Judy said, looking fabulous, Lady Jacob. Okay, thank you. Praying for Kanye. I think he's a great entrepreneur, but he needs to get some stuff off of his plate. He's overwhelmed. And we're all praying for him. And that's the most important part of whoever, I think it was Joe that brought this up on today's Freestyle Friday, is not a need to talk about something if you're not willing to lift the person up in prayer and ask that they get complete healing and recovery and the help that they need to become their better selves. So that's what I want people to do for me in my situations as well, as to pray for me and to ask God to get the victory out of my life. Okay. So let's see. What was Joe Duncan? Could you ask him what is the first joke he ever told on stage? What was the first joke you ever told on stage?
Sure. It was actually a joke about dating. And actually I still use the joke to this day. I modified it, but it's still my opening joke to this day. Is the first joke I ever told on stage. I said it was originally a joke about dating in Charlotte. I said I started dating again recently. And then people started clapping. And that was the whole point. Like, that was kind of the setup for the joke. I said, I started dating again recently, and everyone started clapping. And I was like, no, don't applaud for that. I'm like, dating in Charlotte is horrific. I said, dating in Charlotte is like playing Minesweeper with your heart. If you click in the wrong place, it's going to blow up in your face.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
And then I segued that into like a joke about dating apps. Cause, you click on dating apps. So like, you click in the wrong place, it blows up in your face. Way ahead of my time, quite genius. But that was the first joke I ever told on stage, and I modified it a little bit. But it's actually still my opener. As I say, I started dating again recently, and then I changed the punchline a little bit. It's a quicker, more hard-hitting kind of setup punchline joke. Whereas I didn't know what I was doing the first time I did stand-up. But yeah, I did. I said I started dating again recently, and then I waited for the crowd to clap for that. And then I was like, no, don't clap for that. I said, dating in Charlotte is horrible. And then, I said, compared it to Minesweeper, and then compared to Minesweeper, clicking on Minesweeper. And if you don't know what Minesweeper is.
I know what Minesweeper is.
Yeah. If you're out there, you don't know what Minesweeper is, leave me alone in public because you're too young for me. So stay away. I don't want to talk to you if you don't know what Minesweeper is. Write me a letter if you want, if you know what that is. Email me. Find me on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, but that's probably what the kids will do. But yeah, if you don't know what Minesweeper is,
look for you and you're not there.
Yeah, don't even shake my hand if you don't know what Minesweeper is. I don't want to talk to you. So that was the joke, first joke I told on stage. And yeah, I modified the joke, but that's still my opener to this day. Yeah.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Okay. So you can see dating can blow up in your face, and Minesweeper, the dating apps. So that's how he got his initial comedy kickoff. Shawn Hall said he is funny, and then people are starting to ask their questions.
Thank you, Shawn.
Okay. So let's make sure. Let's see. You went off screen for a second. Okay. Yeah. I know. I did that. Was that on purpose? Morgan was like, do you realize you went off screen for a second? I said, thank you, Morgan. You got my back. Yes, I did go off on purpose for a second. Thank you. Okay.
That was on my request. I was like, can we stop sharing the attention, please? Can I just have it all for like at least a couple seconds? And Kim was nice enough to accommodate me. I was like, I kind of messaged her on the side. I'm like, Kim, can I please have all the attention just for like a few seconds?
Why couldn't I think of that, Chris? That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even think like that. So that would have been a good thing for me to say. And it would have been a good joke. But it just never crossed my mind to say that. So that's why you're the comedian.
Well, you're not an egotistical sociopath like I am. So that's why your brain doesn't work like that. And we're thankful we have people like you to balance out people like me, the balanced doctor.
Now it wouldn't be a good joke if I start saying, Oh yeah, so Morgan, no, see, I know this one guy, he wants all of the attention. And so anyway, never mind.
No, we did well. We're a good team. We're a good team.
You're like, stick to your brand, Kim. Just stick to talking and just go on about your business.
No, you teed that one up for me. You teed it up for me perfectly.
Chris, thank you so much for popping into the Kim
Thank you for
Jacobs
having
show
me. I really
today.
appreciate it.
This was fun. Come
Yeah,
anytime you want. Anytime. If
I
I
will.
see you backstage, I'm pulling you in.
A deal. You'll see me. Trust me. Like, you know me in attention. So, but thank you for having me. And again, everybody, just real quick, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, support it. Support the Kim Jacobs Show. Support the Kim Jacobs Show. If you're watching now and you haven't already liked and subscribed, please like and subscribe because this is a great show. She brings awareness to a lot of great topics. And I still fully support her. She supports me, and we support a lot of great things together. So please subscribe. And Kim, thank you. I'll be back. Everyone else, take care. We'll see you soon.
Don't disconnect yet. Let me say follow
Okay.
Chris Diorio on Facebook at Chris Diorio Comedy. I'll put it in the links as well. He has all kinds of different things that he does to support cystic fibrosis, all of which are comedy related. So follow him on all of his social media platforms at Chris Diorio Comedy. Okay. All right. And I'll pop that in the comments. Thanks so much, Chris.
Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I am so glad when guests pop in. And hey, guys, if you want to pop in to today's episode, let me give you the link and you can just let me know. You can come right on the screen. We're here for Freestyle Friday. Tell me how you like this. Put I like this. No, Kim, stick to the guest. I'm here for you guys. So I'm only providing a platform to be able to have some open dialogue so we can talk about a wide variety of topics during this 1 hour at least once a week, which is on Fridays. That's why I'm calling this Freestyle Friday, because there are things that are cutting edge and important that are trending and issues that you personally may be dealing with. You want some solutions and answers to. So we're doing Freestyle Friday on the Kim Jacobs Show. You can come on and be my guest and we can talk about those things. Let me pop in. Okay, here. Let me pop in. I can't talk on the phone right now. Whoever, somebody's calling me. I'm like, I can't talk right now. Okay, let's see. This is where you would follow Chris Diorio on social media, okay? Right here at Chris Diorio Comedy is where you actually follow him. Let's go now to this person's question, which was disappear. Okay. Okay, here's my question. Hi, all. Let's see. Okay, so let me see the question before I put it on the screen. Just wondering about, okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so the question is, just wondering about the triple murder in Polk County lately. I found a news article online that says the girls has ties to Naples. Do you know what ties to Naples mean? Okay. Shawn, I need you to put into your investigative hat for a minute. And also Morgan, if you could look it up as well. But let me see if I can look it up right quick, because this isn't something I had researched prior to today's show. So let me look it up. Lakeland mom of 3 killed while home with kids, police say. Okay, detectives are working around the clock to find out who shot and killed a young mother of 3 in Lakeland home Sunday night. The victim's family identified her as 25-year-old Janeri Dominguez. Wow. Okay. She has 3 children and they were inside the apartment. Is this what you're talking about? In the apartment on Monroe Street where the shots were fired just before 9:30. And police say the children were uninjured, all under the age of 8. Wow. We're still in the home when officers arrived on the scene. Not only, this is a quote, not only for her family, but especially her children, we want to find the person responsible, said Detective Robin Tillett of the Lakeland Police Department. I feel very strongly about seeing that this gets justice, said Lakeland resident Echo Powell. Powell lives in a historic Lakeland neighborhood where the murder occurred. She didn't know Dominguez, but she says she was her neighbor. I feel like a sense of ownership that, okay, it shouldn't have happened here, but since it happened here, I want to rally as a community, Powell said. Don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to read through this, but we're asking people if you have any information, it doesn't matter how small, to share those tips with the Lakeland Police Department. And there's a detective that can be contacted. It's tammy.hathcock@lakelandgov.net. tammy.hathcock@lakelandgov.net. And her phone number is, or Detective Hathcock's phone number, I don't know if male or female, is 863-834-6975. And then there's also the Heartland Crime Stoppers. And they say that if you want to remain anonymous and share a tip, it's 1-800-226-8477. Or you can visit Heartland Crime Stoppers to submit a tip as well. I'm trying to make sure I'm in the right. In Polk County. Wow. Okay. Yeah. So that, I don't know what the ties are to Naples at all. So I'm not exactly sure what they're referring to, but this is the information that I was able to find and share with you all. So if you have any further information and know you can be helpful in that case, then make sure you reach out to the information that I've provided. Okay. Let's see. Glad social justice is becoming a topic for so many, especially our major sports teams. Yes. Speaking of which, let me see. I think I took a note on that. I was impressed. I think it was Major League Soccer or something. I don't know where the note is, but the Major League Soccer was interesting because they literally, yeah, they had the whole team stood in solidarity for 8 minutes and 46 seconds in honor of the situation with George Floyd and his murder and the fact that he had been killed. They wanted to make sure that, well, let everybody investigate whatever they want to investigate. But we saw on video the man with his knee on his neck and him dying right there. So I'm sure that's murder in my opinion. Kim Jacobs' opinion, it has to be murder. Like, I don't know any other way that it could be worded. So anyway, with George Floyd dying right before our eyes, maybe that's the right wording. With George Floyd dying at the hands of someone else right before our eyes, I do appreciate seeing the different major league organizations taking a stance and actually saying, hey, we support what's happening in our society. We're trying to make sure that we show solidarity and unity and compassion for what's going on around the country. So yes, I am really glad. And if there's a specific group that you're talking about, then share that. But the one that I was able to share or find was the one with Major League Soccer on their opening. It was like a big deal where all of them were in black. They had Black Lives Matter. They were representing the fact that Black lives do matter. So let's see. When I read the title and watched that news story, there was no mention of what the big deal was, that the girl had ties to Naples. Yeah, I am not sure either what the ties to Naples is. So I can't really, I'm not able to actually say what it is unless somebody puts some comments. Shawn or anybody, if you can let me know, then that will be helpful to me, because I don't know what her ties are to be speaking about it right now on the show in great detail. I can only go to the same article that you went to, and I don't have any more information other than the fact that her 3 children were unharmed. And I know one thing, I'm very grateful that whoever did this spared her children's lives. And I'm asking God to provide justice in the situation, whatever the ties are. So if the ties are to Naples or to any other area, I'm sure that those situations will be resolved through the Lakeland Police Department. Okay, let's see. This article is just a YouTube page titled Polk County triple murder suspect has ties to if you want to see it for yourself. I will definitely look at that some more as well. Make sure you guys support the Kim Jacobs Show. Like it, subscribe, turn on your notifications. Make sure you do that today right on YouTube. If you have a Gmail account, all you have to do is like, subscribe, and then hit that notification bell and hit all. When you do that, you are totally subscribed to the Kim Jacobs Show. And whenever we go live on whatever day, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will get a notification that we are live. And you don't want to miss the opportunity for us to do that. Hey, Chantelle, glad that you tuned in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Oh, it's a lot of comments on here. I like Freestyle Friday, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it as well. If you want to pop into the show directly, then go ahead and use that link. I'll see you backstage and I'll pull you into the show. And that's a way for you to come right on as a studio audience member. Let's see. You look lovely, Kim. Oh, thank you, Mother Evangelist Clara Walton. Guys, I know that you guys hear me talk about spirituality a lot, but I am a big believer in my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And so I'm not going to just sit idly and not talk about it. But I mean, I don't have to talk about it like all the time. Blah, 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 blah. Like, you don't have to talk about anything all the time, but I know what I believe, right? But I will tell you that Evangelist Clara Walton, some people call themselves a prophet or a prophetess. And I see you backstage, so I'm going to definitely pull you in a second. My friend is backstage. Okay. Some people, when you have like a prophet or a prophetess and they say, you know, I'm prophesying to you and I'm telling you this thing, but it's all vague. I'd be like, that's what? I could have told you that. Don't be telling you prophesying to me and you prophesying something. I could tell you and it's all vague. The sky is bright. No. Tell me something specific that God told you, right? So Evangelist Clara Walton came to my church one time. My husband and I have 4 sons at the time. She came to our church and she was evangelizing and ministering. And she called on me and she was like, you know what? The Lord told me to share with you that you have the seed of Deborah growing in your womb. I was like, I know she can't be talking to me because the seed of Deborah is not growing in this womb when I have 4 sons and we're not even trying for a baby again right now. Guess what? She was like, I am a woman of God and I know that I am. The spirit of Deborah is growing in your womb. I was like, evangelist, people are going to see that 9 months, 10 months from now type of thing. I didn't have a baby. I'm not pregnant. So I don't really want you to say that out to the whole public. And she got louder. She was like, if I be a woman of God and I know that I am. I was like, she said, you have the spirit of Deborah growing in your womb. Okay, guys. I have Jayla Jacobs now, who is my daughter, the spirit of Deborah that was growing in my womb. I was 3 days pregnant when Evangelist Clara Walton prophesied that I was pregnant with a girl. Needless to say, she's the godmother, and Les Brown is the godfather, and her Bishop Walton is the godfather, and she knows what she's talking about, okay? Because I had the spirit of Deborah growing in my womb. Thank you for being on today, Evangelist Walton. Let me pop my friend Shawn. Hey, Shawn.
What's up, Kim? This is great. I like freestyle.
How you doing?
I like Freestyle Friday. It's fun. And Chris was funny. That's good stuff. That's good
Thank you
stuff.
for coming on.
Yeah. I told you I'd get on, so I'm glad to be here. So
what do you want to talk about, Shawn?
Got so much to say. Okay. But you know what? I wanted to bring an interesting twist to the Breonna Taylor story. And for those people who may not know who Breonna Taylor is, get from under that rock. Because how do you not know who she is?
Right.
Okay,
right.
Seriously. Young woman in Louisville, Kentucky, who was murdered in her home. There was a no-knock warrant that was issued, which basically means the police does not knock on your door and announce that they are the police. And so she still is, we still have this injustice because her killers have not been arrested. The killers were police officers. And so what I want to get into is some interesting details and facts that have come out. And I wonder how much we as Black people, because surprise, I'm Black, how much we connect the dots with some of the things that are going on in this country. And what kind of brought it to my attention is the Rays, as they were doing their season opener, they took a knee, the whole team took a knee, but they also called for justice for Breonna Taylor.
Yeah,
And
they
I thought
wrote
that
her
was,
name on their jerseys, and
I
literally
thought
her
that
name.
was huge.
That's
That's
huge.
huge. It's huge. I want to go there. I might make some people mad, but that's okay. I've been doing it my whole life. It's huge because Black women have not historically had people to stand up for them. We stand up for everyone else.
Everybody.
And we don't have people to stand up for us. So to have people, men, stand up for Breonna Taylor and demand justice, that's huge. And as I was reading a little bit more of this story, and it just kind of, I wanted to get teary, but then I was incensed. Did you know that she was still alive?
Oh yeah. For minutes afterwards, and her boyfriend was saying, just get her the help. I mean, I've deep dived into Breonna Taylor's story because I'm a Black female, and to know that she was still physically alive and her boyfriend was asking and begging for some paramedics or whatever to come. Now, again, this is his take on what happened. So that's what we have to go. I can't on a show just say this is the be all end all.
Of course.
But I can say allegedly, according to her boyfriend, that she was still flat out breathing for 5 or 6 months.
Fighting for air, and did not receive medical attention, which is typical for Black people who are murdered by the police. They do not receive the medical attention. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But here, what's interesting and kind of piqued my attention, because I lived in Louisville, Kentucky, right after graduating from the illustrious Bennett College in Greensboro, North Carolina.
The illustrious, right? This woman is a straight, proud Bennett girl. Okay?
Yes, she is. What I found to be interesting is that where Breonna lived is the west side of town, and there is a lot of renovation going on. And so the neighborhood that she lives in was set to be gentrified. And gentrification, we all know, some people don't, it's when you have other people with other economic means coming into your neighborhood. So a neighborhood that may have been typically Black and blighted, they come in and white people decide they want to live there and they get you out. And the house that Breonna lived in was a house that needed to be gone so that a developer could come in and build in that area.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. And I'm not a faker. Like I told the Polk County person that's asking the question, I need to look at that, and I will before the end of the show so I can give a more robust comment. But I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
It really piqued my interest because I said, wow, this gets deeper, the plot thickens. So what we see is that in effect, you're allowing, and people might be incensed by this, and I understand that, but it appeared to me that perhaps these developers were utilizing the police to do their bidding, which was to get people out of a particular area that would be lucrative to them so that they can now be cleared to get the permits that they need to build their $1 million housing in an area where typically Black people have lived and it was lower income.
But why does a person have to be killed for that to happen?
Listen, here's the thing.
I don't know. We're just having some dialogue.
Yeah.
The thing is, was she resisting to sell or something? Because this is all.
I don't think it was that at all.
Yeah,
I don't think it was that at all.
Speculation, what we're saying right now.
Exactly.
So,
I think the way that it kind of came together, Kim, is this. You had homes in the area, and we see it here in Charlotte, North Carolina, right? If you look at Johnson C. Smith and you go behind Johnson C. Smith, you now see these nice 400, 500.
Wait, I can't hear you.
Okay, are we back?
I know somebody called.
Okay, we're back.
Did somebody call?
Somebody called. I'm so sorry. Stop calling me, people. I'm on the show. Right behind Johnson C. Smith University, there are $400,000 and $500,000 homes that have gone up. That neighborhood was Black. It was Biddle community, right? And so you look, and historically, it's been Black, and for years, blighted homes that perhaps weren't in the best condition. And you say, well, why now? Because somebody got the idea, this is close to downtown. I can walk And so now you see a reclaiming of neighborhoods that have been Black historically. And people say, I want to live downtown now and I don't want to have to commute. And so now we have to find ways to get the Black people out. Some of that involves selling. You know, people sell their homes and you see that we buy ugly houses and they buy it for cash.
Right. You can see that on sidewalks everywhere around the country. Right.
Exactly. Way
and they
below
really
market
do.
value. And they really do. And they really do. And you have people who may be disinterested because they no longer live in an area. But one thing I know is God is not making any more land. And so here, even though you may not live in an area, it may not make sense for you to sell. But getting back to Breonna Taylor, do I think that they did it in a concerted manner where they were going in to murder this woman? No. But what I do know is if you look up and down that street, it was in a blighted community. And so you had different houses that needed to be razed, R-A-Z-E-D, so that they could raise other housing. And so this was something that happened. I don't believe it was by coincidence. If you look, the person they were looking for was already in custody. And when you go and you get a warrant, you have to be able to put the pieces together. So what I would hope would happen in the city of Louisville is that the pieces get pieced together and the people really continue to cry out for justice on the behalf of Breonna Taylor, and not just Breonna Taylor, but for every Black person, for poor people who live in neighborhoods who can't necessarily do better at this particular time, but also don't deserve to be edged out of their homes. I understand that capitalism is the American way, but the American way is killing other Americans, and that's not right.
No, that's correct. I mean, you've hit the nail right on the head. Killing is not the answer, no matter what we're trying to accomplish and whatever our personal goals are for gentrification, whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever is happening, the point is not, and we should never resort to harming another individual to get any type of gain, you know?
And we can't let it go unchecked. We can't get it. We can't let it go unchecked. And we see these kinds of things continuing to happen as we look at what's going on in our country with COVID-19 ravaging American lives. What you're going to see, I believe, probably October, November, you're going to see another level of devastation because people will be put out of their homes because evictions won't be stayed anymore. People won't be able to stay in homes because they can't make the mortgage payment. And we see that happening in the Black communities at alarming rates, not necessarily the foreclosures of homes, because we're only at home ownership at maybe 41%.
Right.
That's it.
And that's interesting that you're saying that, Shawn, because the thing is, so many people are getting the extensions on their payments and things, but eventually all of this stuff is going to come due. So it's like, it's not going to just go on for unmeasured amount of time, because eventually it's going to say, you know, all of this stuff that we've been saying, give me a 30-day extension, 90-day extension, 120-day extension, whatever. It's going to all come piling in on every individual. So this is
that's right.
Not good.
You want to pay what you can. You know, if you can make a little payment here and there, your phone bill may already be high, but if you can chop it down and say, okay, you know, let me put 200 over here and the next week another 300 here, whatever the amount is, because you're right, it's going to become due. And all of these agencies that we've looked to in the past, here we've got crisis assistance. You may not be eligible, and you're going to see that people are not necessarily giving to these organizations in ways that they have in the past because they don't have the money. They don't have jobs.
That's right, Shawn. Everything that you're saying is so important. On a different note, I want to compliment you because you helped my son, Ivan, get about $10,000 in scholarship over the last month. And so I just want to say thank you on behalf of the Jacobs family, on behalf of our son, Ivan, and all that you do with All Roads Education. Let me make sure I type that. Is it allroadseducation.org?
It's allroadseducation.com.
Okay, allroadseducation.com. You guys check out Shawn Hall. She's my best friend. Shawn, lift your camera because the thing.
I'm sorry, Kim. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what it was? I was looking around. People see me looking around. I'm looking for something here.
Allroadseducation.com. Make sure you check out her site. because that's very important that you check her out. She does scholarships and she helps students get financially debt free through scholarships with paying for school without having to have a bunch of loans. So definitely check her out because there's some great information and she walks the child through the process, or I should say child, the young adults through the process to be able to help them. She proofreads their information. She gives them critical feedback. It's really good information. So make sure you check out my friend Shawn Hall at allroadseducation.com. Shawn,
Let me throw this out here.
yeah, please.
Can I just 2
Yes,
seconds?
yes.
Your girl wrote a book. That's me, guys. So I wrote a quick book. It's called Prepare Now, Don't Pay Later. And I am looking for a few reviewers. I was looking for the copy that I don't have, but you know, when you do these books, sometimes you get color runs that are not what you necessarily want them to be. So I decided to take a page out of Kim Jacobs' book because you're always looking to turn a smile or turn a frown upside down into a smile. And so what I decided to do is to take those books and give them away for free. The only thing I'm asking for people to do is pay for the shipping. That's number one. And it's $5.99. The other thing I want them to do is give me a review on Amazon, whatever it is. If you say, I already knew this, or, hey, it was great, I want to know. And so if you want one of these books at the reduced rate of free, and you're only paying for shipping, and you understand that the cover is a little off in terms of the color, but the content is still the same, drop a 1 below or DM me. I'd be happy to get that book out to you, Kim. It's my honor to be able to work with your children. Ivan has been just a joy because I think this is something I want parents to understand, and it infuriates me, but it's got to be said. There's no scholarship bank out there where I can just go dip into it and pull out a scholarship. That doesn't happen, you know. But what does happen is students like Ivan, they have they have the work ethic. They have the work that they've already put into getting the grades that they need. And what I'm always grateful for is the fact that he is willing to do the work. Ivan is the kind of client where I can send him, and I've done this a number of times, I can send him an email and say, hey, Ivan, here's a scholarship. It's due within 24 hours. Yes, it stresses him out, but he will do it. And we get great results.
He does it every time. That's right.
It's always a joy working with him and working with you. And I'm just so excited to be able to share on this Freestyle Friday.
I am so glad you came on, Shawn. And my mom said, congratulations, Shawn.
Thank you,
if you see me looking down, it's because I was trying my best to find this article that this other person is saying too. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm multitasking so everyone gets a chance to feel a part of Freestyle Friday. Here you have someone, Shannon Hancock, say, I would love a copy, Shawn
I got
Hall.
you, Shannon. Send me a DM here on Facebook. I know it's going to go to the place where it says, hey, you're not friends with the person, but I'm still looking. I'm going to check you out. And hi, Tanya Butler.
Tanya Butler. And you know we love Tanya. Tanya
yes, we do.
My photographer, everybody. So if you're ever looking for a photographer that can capture your family's most important moments and memories, definitely look up Tanya Butler. I'm telling you, she has a beautiful studio and she provides quality services, and she'll make sure that you get what you want at the end of the result. And she's especially dear to me because there's a final family photo. If you go to the Balanced Doctor Facebook page, you'll see that profile picture. And I consider that my family photo. When people ask me for a family photo, I don't care if it's probably 20 years from now, I'm going to provide that photo too. You know why? Because that was the last hurrah with me and my entire family unit that included the picture of Gabe on that picture. And Tanya Butler is the one that took that picture. So
she's the best.
She is the best. Yes, yes. Okay. Shawn, thank you for coming.
You're the best, Kim.
Hey,
thank you for having me.
Before you get off, tell people to subscribe.
Okay, listen, guys, don't do a single thing today without subscribing to the Kim Jacobs Show. You want to go on YouTube, not right this second, but as soon as we get off, go and subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe. Listen, one of the reasons we want you to subscribe is because it allows another Black woman to thrive, another Black business to get to another level. And the only way we can get there is by reaching back our hands to help somebody else. So today's your chance to help Kim as she works to help all of us. Subscribe.
Oh, that's a great commercial, Shawn. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep it.
Okay, thank you for joining today. I
All
appreciate
right.
it. I
Thanks
love
for
you.
having me.
Come back every Friday that you want to.
I will. Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, let's see. So wait a minute. Okay, so let me go here. I'm definitely not going to just not read them. That's not the one I'm talking about. Okay, wait a minute. Let me put Shawn out of the studio. We're going to get this together. Disappear. Okay, let's see. Let me pull up this article. Let me see if anybody is able to help me here. Polk County article. Okay, right. I found the same thing. Okay, so I think this is what you're talking about. Please let me know if this is what you're talking about. It's in Collier County, Florida, and I'll put the link to it as well. NBC. Yeah. Okay. NBC-2.com. And what I found is one of the suspects in a Polk County triple homicide has ties to Naples, according to her arrest booking sheet. The place of birth for Mary Whitmore, 27, is listed as Naples, Florida in the document. Whitmore and the other two suspects, her boyfriend, TJ Wiggins, and his brother, Robert Wiggins, made their first appearances before a judge on Thursday. The bond amounts are set here. Is accused of shooting and killing three. TJ Wiggins is accused of shooting and killing three men while they were out on a fishing trip last Friday. Investigators believe TJ Wiggins accused one of the victims of owing him money and stealing a truck engine from him. The Polk County Sheriff's Office shared surveillance video of what they said is TJ Wiggins talking to one of the victims in Dollar General the night of the shooting. Okay, so Grady Judd, Polk County Sheriff, called the murders a massacre on Wednesday. It's unclear how else Whitmore is connected to Naples besides her birthplace. Okay, so again, I'm reading the article and I realize that I am reading the right article at this point, but I still am not, I have no idea what the ties are to Whitmore's connections in Naples, Florida, except for it being her birthplace. And I definitely can't speak to this particular topic except for just reading the article you can read it yourself and see whatever your take is on there if you're following that particular case. But I am not familiar enough with this case to give an in-depth discussion, but I don't want Freestyle Friday to happen and I not attempt to answer your question. So now I see I'm talking about frost-proof murders. Okay, so now I do know what you're talking about. Okay, so I know that this is the correct one now. These are previous comments prior to me reading. Even though you didn't read the one, I appreciate your time. But now I know that I have read the correct one based on going back and looking at what he or she was specifically saying. All right, so I think, let's see, on a lighter note, what activity have you missed the most during COVID-19? We're about to bring closure to today's episode, but I don't want any question, if I can help it, not to get answered on Freestyle Friday. So pop in the comment section what activity you have enjoyed most during COVID-19. For me, Joe Duncan, it's been Just Dance. I've enjoyed that a lot with my family. We popped the Just Dance video thing in on Nintendo and we're like dancing around and having a good time. So I have really been enjoying that a lot. Watching my daughter plant her garden and just spending time with my family and having table topic time. These are things that I've enjoyed. AMC announced that they are pushing. What? I am a movie fanatic, Joe. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and get my mask and get my seat. Probably, I'm gonna try and get a corner seat because I have to go to the movies for sure. They're pushing it back. I didn't know that. Okay, but you know what? I think that safety is first. Just so we're on the same page, Joe. So I was talking to my children to say, what if they did open the movies? Are we going to go? I would want to go, but then our safety comes first. So I do agree with that. I like the fact that so many different platforms like Disney Plus and different places, like they put Hamilton and all kinds of things that are on the different streaming services, that we can see a lot of the state-of-the-art movies that would have been released. The one thing I don't like, Joe, which really ticks me off a little bit, is some of the prices that are being charged to watch movies. I was like, first of all, the rating on this movie was like a 2 out of 10, and you try to charge me $20? Boy, bye. I'm not getting that. I am not paying $20 to watch a movie that, because you're trying to charge me as if I was going to be in a theater. But since we're not in a theater, why would you be trying to charge me $20? I don't like that. Okay. Anyway, so these are just some of my thoughts. Let's see. Okay. Make sure you all subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. We talked about that. Any other comments? Make sure you check out allroadseducation.com. Hey, mommy. My mom said, congratulations, Shawn. Sharon, you wanted a copy. Here's the news article. You can click back in the comments with the person that they're talking about with the Polk County triple murders. And you in these movies. Yes, Shawn, you know how I feel about my movies. Okay. All right. And then Shannon, message sent for the book information has been sent to you, Shawn. Wow, that hour went quick. And you know what? I definitely want to just give my condolences on a couple of people. Former Oklahoma Sooner coach John Blake passed away at the age of 59. He passed from a heart attack while walking, and he had already lost a lot of weight, but he did pass away recently. And so I just want to make sure that I give condolences to his family. We know that Nick Cannon was dropped by Viacom CBS for some of the anti-Semitic comments, and we didn't get a chance to talk about that this time, but it's a lot happening in our society. Obviously, pray for Jada and Will, because there's a lot happening surrounding that as well. And again, I don't like to just throw people's business out into the public like that. I think that if we do anything for people when they're going through situations that they didn't expect to be put into their lives, that's out of their realm of, okay, I didn't realize this was going to cause this. And that's what's happening in a lot of situations. They're just being regular people, but their lives are just on display. Let's keep those families in prayer. Representative John Lewis passed away at the age of 80 years old. One thing that I really appreciated that Representative John Lewis said is that when you see something not right, we have a moral obligation to do something, to say something. Representative John Lewis, even though he's passed away, his legacy will live on forever. His life was devoted to racial equality, racial justice. He was physically even beaten up for it in the civil rights days. So we know that. I have other information here about the Voting Rights Act and what his push was for that prior to his passing and where it still stands. But the best nonviolent tool, according to Representative John Lewis, is the right to vote, to exercise your right to vote. So make sure you all exercise your right to vote and make your vote count, because every single vote counts, okay? All right, I think that's about one of the most courageous here. Let me go ahead and put this. Thank you, Morgan. And this is a comment that we'll post. One of the most courageous persons the civil rights movement ever produced is John Lewis, Representative John Lewis. So on that note, I think I'm going to get ready to go ahead and close out. I just want to make sure that I take this moment to thank you all for joining in on Freestyle Friday. I think we've talked about a whole lot, and we crammed a lot into an hour. Good trouble, yes, Shawn. Prayers for this world, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so thank you all for watching Freestyle Friday and being an active participant. If you like this on Fridays, go ahead and type in the comments. Let's do this. I like it. And come prepared. You can email me, kim@thebalancedoctor.tv. If it's any specific, we're getting ready to head to Friday and you know you want to go cover a specific topic, tell me in advance. I'll get a chance to already deep dive into that topic, and then I'll just come right blazing, ready to go. If I have it in advance, then I'll know and I can really do some due diligence on my end and provide some research on the topic, okay? So email me, kim@thebalancedoctor.tv, and I'll have that information ready for you all on next Friday. If it's any trending topics that you want to talk about, we can talk about it. If it's any personal topics and you say, Kim, I really want to hear more information about menopause. I need more information about how do I deal with my kid if they're getting on my nerves? And how do I stop my kid from so much social media stuff? Whatever the topic is, let's deep dive in it on Freestyle Friday. Now, Monday, listen to me, Monday, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tune in. I have a panel that's been put together by my brother, Javon Jackson. And every so often, as my brother, he puts together a panel of speakers, and we're going to be talking about the redemption of the Black man. I know he's put together someone that's like a DJ person. He's put someone that's actually a Super Bowl winner. He's put someone that's the resilient man guy, and he's Dr. Inspiration. He's put some entrepreneurs, some business owners. It's a panel of about 9 people that will be speaking to you from an African-American male perspective on Monday at 11 o'clock a.m. And Javon Jackson is the lead facilitator. I'll be the host, as I already am, but he'll be definitely hosting with me on that day, 11 o'clock Monday. Tune in. You don't want to miss the redemption of the Black man. That's going to be a good topic. Let's see. I need to know where you got that necklace. Girl, Shawn is my best friend. We could talk about this offline. Why is she typing this right now? This is crazy. Okay. I'm not gonna address this, Shawn, until I call you. I'll call you in about 5 minutes. Okay, let's see. Panel event on Monday at 11 o'clock a.m., the redemption of the Black man. Make sure you tune in. If you want to sow into the Kim Jacobs Show, I need to change my wording. If you want to sow into the Kim Jacobs Show and become a partner and support the show, you can send a Cash App to Kim Jacobs Inc., or you can PayPal at paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. Sow into the show so that it can be something that continues every single day, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. And the only way that can happen outside of COVID-19 is if you guys keep it going here. Keep it going by helping to support the show. There you have it. So you can support the Kim Jacobs Show, Kim Jacobs Inc., and paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc. My mom said from her mother. I don't know why you said from her mother. Partner with her. Ma, I love you. I'm just so glad that you're my mom. That's all I know. Okay, guys, take care of yourself and have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Tomorrow, Saturday, please make a note of this. From 12 to 6 p.m., we're going to be having a love-a-thon. And Kenise Itwaru and Dr. Delene Mushalak will be officially spearheading that. And I'll be popping in as well. Tomorrow from 12 p.m. until 6 p.m. is going to be a love-a-thon. So you definitely want to. This was my first time watching and now I'm hooked. Okay, Joe, this right here is Freestyle Friday. I normally have a formal guest that we interview for like an hour. It's, very more structured. This stuff right here, I'm trying to freestyle. Woo, I felt like, okay, what in the world am I doing? I don't know all this stuff. But it's fun. So thank you for joining, and please make sure you subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show. Oh, my mama gave me this necklace, she said. Shawn, my mommy gave it to me. All right, thank you, Mom. Guys, take care. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday or tomorrow on the Love-a-thon from 12 to 6. And you can watch right on my Facebook page, and I'll make sure I share the broadcast from Kenise and Dr. Delene. All right. Take care of yourself and have a great day. Thank you for tuning in to Freestyle Friday on the Kim Jacobs Show. Bye.